Clutch Trucker is filmed before a live studio audience. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks again for tuning into the Clutch Trucker channel. The subject of today's video is trying to get home for the holidays. A lot of times it's kind of difficult. Many times we as truck drivers just don't get home for holidays, but I try to for the major ones: Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays, blah blah blah. All right. A lot of times on the birthdays for the family, it's not maybe on the birthday, but we celebrate when I get home, that weekend or the weekend after, something like that. But here I am in Clayton, Indiana. It is November 26th, Tuesday. Thursday, of course, the 28th is Thanksgiving. So I'm trying my darndest to make it home for that. I picked up a load in Utah last Friday, something like that, in the Ogden area, a load of salt. Funny thing, from the Salt Lake area. Yeah, they actually make salt there. Well, they don't make it. They just pretty much scrape it off the lake, the dry salt flats, and refine it. Anyway, had a load of that going to Iowa that delivered on Monday. So I stopped through the house real quick on Saturday. Sunday, early morning, drove on to Iowa so I could get parked Sunday night to deliver Monday morning in Alden, Iowa. Funny thing about that little town, Alden, Iowa, they have a billboard as you're coming into town. This tells you these people have a sense of humor. Now, they're right off of a little river, and they have a dam apparently right near the town, or right at the town, a dam site. And of course, you've heard people say the phrase, well, I ain't doing that by a dam site, or this is the best thing by a dam site. On their big billboard, they say, Alden, best town by a dam site. I think that's hilarious. Shows you the people of that town have a sense of humor, because they're actually by a damn site, and you know what I'm saying. But I thought that was funny. Anyway, after that, Turquoise gave me a load going over to Fort Dodge, Iowa to pick up a load of giant rolls of paper, huge, all right? 9 of them fit in the length of the trailer, and that's it. And they were heavy too. And that was going to wherever I delivered this, today, Beardstown, Illinois. Pretty good paying load, $900 to go, 400 miles maybe? Yeah, so not bad, over $2 a mile. And then, so as I was, after I picked up that load on Monday, kind of started looking around because I wanted to make sure I got home for Thanksgiving. Last Thanksgiving, things got screwed up. There was weather issues, there was shipping issues, and I had to deliver on Thanksgiving Day somewhere in Illinois, and I didn't make it back, and so families hacked off, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of wanted to make sure I got home for Thanksgiving, even though Thanksgiving's kind of a stupid holiday, and I'll talk about that. All right, the reason I think Thanksgiving's kind of a stupid holiday is because, all right, well, okay, you got Christmas, makes sense, honoring the birth of Jesus Christ. I'm not going to get into a religious debate, okay, but most of the world honors Christmas as a big holiday. So, okay, based on religion. 4th of July, yeah, I get it, okay, because it's celebrating the independence of the United States from Great Britain, celebrating basically the birth of our nation. That's pretty cool. Okay, Thanksgiving kind of got a problem with. For one, why is it on a Thursday? So many people end up taking most of that week off anyway, even though the rest of us are trying to work and make a living. But a lot of stuff isn't open, yada, yada, yada. Okay, that aside, basically celebrating the fact that the Pilgrims, when they came to this country, finally sat down with the Indians and had a meal, and everyone was all chummy and all that. And that's, of course, before the Pilgrims raped and pillaged the Indians and stole their land. Okay, we won't argue that either. I like to quote Bobcat Goldthwait that the United States is the greatest country anyone ever stole. Anyway, so that aside, we just all get together and eat turkey and say, hey, aren't we thankful for yay, 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 happy, smiling presents and crap. It's just kind of a ridiculous holiday being on a Thursday, every year. Can we push it to Friday? So we'll just go ahead and take Thursday and Friday off so we can travel on Thursday and then have Friday for Thanksgiving. That would make so much more sense. But we have it on a Thursday. So everyone on Wednesday, even though it's still a work day, is trying to get there. They're having to take time off, blah, blah, blah. Roads are a mess. And hence the problem this year is, of course, if you're watching right now as this is happening or around this time, giant storm that's been coming across from the Rockies through the Midwest. In Cheyenne, Wyoming, where I live. Talked to my wife quite a few times today, and Yeah, they got pounded with snow. At least 10 inches, she says. There's snow everywhere. They're kind of snowed in at the house. They can't get out. Now, if I can make it back for Thursday, I'm picking up a load. I got to deliver this one I'm on right now that I picked up in Litchfield, Illinois, delivering in Indianapolis tomorrow morning. Then I shoot over to Paris, Illinois, and pick up a load going to Cheyenne for a delivery on Monday. But I can't make it all the way from Litchfield, or from Paris, Illinois, all the way to Cheyenne in a day. So it's going to be kind of a challenge. So I'm going to have to finish my drive on Thursday morning, Thanksgiving morning, if the weather cooperates. Now, this big storm that's come through is now in Nebraska, and it's supposed to keep sweeping up. Now, I feel like a meteorologist. It's going to be sweeping up the plains here as it goes over into the Midwest, and then we can see some precipitation. Anyway, it's going to sweep up that way, and I'm going to stay hopefully below that. But then there's supposed to be another one coming behind it that's supposed to land on Nebraska's face Thursday as I'm trying to make my final trek to the house. So, it's all going to depend on weather. So here I am, busting my hiney, trying to make it back for this kind of stupid, ridiculous holiday. But at least if I do make it back, my load doesn't deliver till Monday, so I actually get a few days off at the house, which I haven't had in a long time. I've just taken a day at most, a few hours here and there if I've got loads going through the house, because I've been trying to make money. Because, I got 3 kids, a wife, one in college, mortgage, blah, blah, blah. Gotta earn the cash, baby. So anyway, it's just kind of a little funny rant about Thanksgiving and how hard it is for truckers to try to make it home for the holidays. And Thanksgiving, I'm trying, but it's still going to be up to the weather, and we'll see what happens. So, like I say, I kind of took it upon myself on Monday after picking up in Fort Dodge, Iowa, to start looking at the load boards. Trucker Path has a great load board. That's where I find a lot of stuff, and that's where I found a couple loads. I found this one that was going to Cheyenne, first off, that delivered on Monday. So, but it didn't pick up until Wednesday. So I had to try to find something after I delivered Tuesday morning to maybe make some cash in between. And I did find one on another broker had a load posted, only a couple hundred miles. 85 miles from where I delivered this morning, I picked up. It's only a little over 200 miles, and it paid $600, so not bad. All right, again, over $2 a mile. So that gets me to my next pickup, and then gets me on the way home. So trying to make as much cash as I can before I take a few days off, because, of course, if you ain't rolling, you ain't earning, baby. If the wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning, as they say. So I'll be taking a hit in the bank account by taking a few days off, but I haven't had a few days off in a row in a long time, so it's worth it. So like I say, I kind of took it upon myself to find these loads. That's one thing. Another thing I like about Turquoise, if I find a load that I want and I like, and I say, yeah, let me do that one, they'll let me negotiate the price. They take care of the paperwork, and it worked out for me. So I hopefully, now weather pending, we'll be able to be home. If not Thursday, then we might have to push Thanksgiving back a day. But then I don't have to turn around and leave right away. So that's the nice part. So, just kind of a little gaze into the trucking life and how hard it is for truckers sometimes to get home for holidays. But, we do our best. We try to be the best, father and husband and everything we can to everyone in our family. It's just real hard when you're out here on the road. And like they say, that's the part about trucking that really sucks. But it's life, baby. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please subscribe. Please ring that bell. Comment if you would like to. Drivers, I'd love to read your comments. You're not really commenting. Please comment, okay? Sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. As always, clutch out.